Another intense chess battle awaits. Like the video and subscribe for updates. This is a book move. The opening is called King's Pawn Game.
This is a book move. The opening is called King's Pawn Game.
Bishop to c4.
This is a book move. The opening is called Bishop's Opening, bull in defense.
Pawn to d3 is excellent. This defends a bishop and pawn on c4 and f4. Knight to c3 is best. This defends a pawn on f4. This develops a knight.
Knight to c6 is good. This defends a pawn on f4. This develops a knight. Pawn to c6 is best.
Knight to f3 is the best move.
Pawn to h6 is best.
Kingside castle is the best move.
Bishop to c5 is best. This develops a bishop.
Bishop to e3.
Bishop to b6 is excellent. Bishop captures on e3 is best. This is a trade.
Kingside castle.
Pawn to d6.
Knight to c3 is excellent. This develops a knight. Pawn to a4 is best.
Bishop to e6.
Bishop to b3.
Queen to d7 is good. Kingside castle is best.
Bishop captures on e6 is good. This is a trade. Bishop to a4 is best.
Pawn captures on e6 is the best move.
Knight to a4.
Bishop captures on e3 is best. This is a trade. This pins a piece of the opponent to their king.
Pawn captures on e3.
Queenside castle.
Pawn to c4 is best.
Queen to e7 is the best move.
Knight captures on g5 is the best move.
Queen to e7 is the best move.
Knight to g4 is excellent. This offers a trade. Rook to f2 is best.
Knight captures on g4 is good. This is a trade. Knight to d7 is best.
Queen captures on g4 is best. This attacks the pawn. This pins a piece of the opponent to their king.
Queen to g6.
Queen to f3 is excellent. This defends a pawn on e3. Pawn to h4 is best. This offers a trade.
Rook from file d to f8 is an accuracy. This move leaves pieces vulnerable to a fork. A chance to attack a queen with g4 was missed. This permits the opponent to attack a piece. The opponent can play qx8 plus. Pawn to g4 is best. This offers a trade. This attacks the queen.
Queen captures on f8 check.
Rook captures on f8.
Rook captures on f8 check is best.
Knight to d8 is excellent. This blocks a check to the king with a piece. King to d7 is best. By moving the king off the back rank, the risk of back rank mate threats is reduced and improved the king's safety.
Rook from file to f1 is best. This defends a rook on fate. This develops a rook. By placing the rook on an open file, it controls important columns.
Pawn to d5 is mistake. The opponent can play nc5. King to d7 is best. By moving the king off the back rank, the risk of back rank mate threats is reduced and improved the king's safety.
Knight to c5 is the best move.
Queen to h5 is best.
Knight to c5 is the best move.
Queen to d1 check is excellent. Pawn to d4 is best. This offers a trade. This attacks the pawn.
Rook to f1 is excellent. This attacks the queen. This blocks a check to the king with a piece. King to h2 is best. By moving the king off the back rank, the risk of back rank mate threats is reduced and improves the king's safety.
Queen to e2 is the best move.
Knight captures on e6.
Queen captures on e3 check.
King to h2 is best. By moving the king off the back rank, the risk of back rank mate threats is reduced and improves the king's safety. This creates a checkmate threat.
King to d7 is best. This attacks the knight. By moving the king off the back rank, the risk of back rank mate threats is reduced and improves the king's safety.
Knight captures on d8 is the best move.
Pawn captures on c4.
Rook from rank 1 to f7 is best.
King to d6 is best. This defends a pawn on f5.
Knight captures on b7 check is the best move.
King to c6.
Knight to f5 check is best. This creates a fork on pawn and king.
King to b5 is best. This defends a pawn on c4. This attacks the knight. This move gains the tempo.
Knight captures on c4 is best. This defends a pawn on b12. This creates a fork on queen and pawn. This move gains the tempo.
Queen captures on d3 is an accuracy. This move leaves pawn and pawn hanging on f5 and c7. This permits the opponent to attack a piece. The opponent can win at tempo. The opponent can play rxc7. Queen to e1 is best.
Knight captures on e5 is mistake. This move leaves pawn hanging on f4. An opportunity to take a pawn was lost. This misses an opportunity to create a checkmate threat. A chance to attack a pawn with rx e7 was missed. This permits the opponent to attack a piece. The opponent can play keys f4. Rook captures on c7 is best. This defends a knight on c4. This attacks the pawn. By placing the rook on an open file, it controls important pawns. This move gains a tempo. This captures a free pawn. This creates a checkmate threat.
Queen captures on e4 is best. This attacks the knight. This captures a free pawn.
Rook to f5 is best. This defends a knight on f5.
King to f4 is excellent. Pawn to f5 is best.
Knight to f3 is excellent. Rook from rank 8 to f6 is best. This attacks the pawn. This move gains a tempo.
Queen to b4.
Pawn to h4 is inaccuracy. This move leaves pawn hanging on b4. A chance to attack a pawn with ruy-lopez was missed. The opponent can play c5. Rook from rank 8 to f6 is best. This attacks the pawn. This move gains a tempo.
Pawn to c5 is the best move.
Rook to f4 is best. This creates a fork on queen and pawn. This pins a piece of the opponent to their king. The game is over. White wins.